I just kind of wanted to bring it up and bring it to the perspective of like, why do people feel so comfortable speaking one about like children, and also is
Right.
this in like when it comes to children in these types of like situations and things like that, should it be kept away from the public like social media because of things like this happening?
Mm.
Every and like the main reason why I'm kind of saying that is because every time Zaya Wade is on, I see her on Instagram, whether she's doing, just like videos, cute videos at home, or like interviews like this, it's always shadowed by the negativity and people
Right.
calling out Dwayne and Gabrielle for being horrible parents and allowing her to do this and that and intentionally, misgendering her. And it's one of those things to where it's like we had this conversation briefly last night. Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie, they have their son Shiloh. As long as we've known them and like as long as they've had Shiloh, we've known that Shiloh's been, I don't know if they identify as trans or not,
Yeah,
but
but they're
was
different.
exactly. And it's not, and like, they're not very in a public eye.
Mhm.
Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie like aren't on social media like that. I don't think Shiloh is either. And so we brought that up in comparison because nobody really like talks about that or wants to go in on Shiloh and Angelina and Brad's parenting skills.
Mhm.
But because you have Zaya Wade and Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union, who are very active on the internet and in the public eye, they're constantly getting, berated for their choices and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And so I kind of wanted to know what your opinion or thought was on that. Like, when it comes to children in these types of positions, do you
Yeah.
think they should keep that private because they're facing so much harm and hate
And backlash.
and backlash?
Yeah, I mean, I think that very proud of this child. I mean,
Right?
they're, like so eloquent and just
Yeah.
they're confident, and I think that it's better for them to do what they're doing because at the end
Right.
of the day, like this is a Black child,
Thank you.
Right.
and this is a Black woman, a Black trans woman that's going to grow up to be a Black trans woman. She's still a child right now, but they're going to face worse than internet trolls.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that the reason that people are so vocal about it and they're so mad is it's the same reason why obviously they're transphobic and homophobic, but they're mad about every time somebody lets their children be free because they're mad that they
Yes.
weren't able to be free. They're mad because they feel like they can't be who they want to be, whoever it is they want to be. They don't feel comfortable doing it because they think that society means that you have to do this, you have to do that, you have to work a 9 to 5, you have to, you know what I'm saying? You can't do this, you can't do that. And they get really salty even when other adults like casually are doing them. Like you see people tearing like other women down or tearing,
Yeah.
people down because they choose to like they choose not to go to college or they choose to go to college for art. Like I went to college for film and people like be talking smack. Like they're mad because they didn't go for what they wanted to do.
Yeah.
People told them that they had to go to school to do this practical thing that they didn't really want to do. They're mad that they're afraid to step outside of the norms that are putting them in a box. So when someone else steps out, they get very mad about it. And they're really it's just internalized like self-hate.
Yes.
That's what it is. Like they're
Come
just
on,
hating.
it's projecting.
Like, hater
No.
like